Thank you, Sandy, for sending me your answers. I blocked out the information, some of the information, so it make it a little more private for you in case you show it to somebody or somebody accidentally stumbles on it. Um, so if you're going to color your hair, I highly recommend that you do coffee enemas any day that you're going to do hair coloring or nail varnishing or any kind of poisoning of yourself at least a couple times to get the toxins out quickly so that they don't linger in your body quite as much. Okay. Um, okay. So we've all made judgment errors when we were young. At least everybody I know. Uh, yep. Going plant-based is confusing because if you're not actually getting plant material and preparing it yourself, then it's not quite plant-based ideally. Um, Anything that comes out of a can or a box or a package is going to have preservatives and additives and probably higher amounts of things that you don't want in your body. So um, definitely reducing that would be good. Um, Animal products are going to have concentrated pesticides and fats and things in them that aren't ideally healthy. So reducing that would be good. Once or twice a month is probably fine to have something like that because your body will recover. But more than that's probably not a great thing to do. All the pharmaceuticals are poisonous, and you should be doing coffee enemas every day if you're going to be doing those. Hopefully, you'll stop doing that at some point because you'll get better. And certainly, they are a hindrance to recovery. I would not take a dog wormer because unless you know where the herbs came from or if it's pharmaceutical, they probably have toxic things in it. If you have an herb shop and you believe you have worms, then go there and get some formulated from real herbs. Otherwise, if you take enough enzymes, the enzymes will digest any worms that are in you. So take more enzymes. Um, so, uh, okay, yeah, coffee enemas every day would definitely make your life better because you've given it a tremendous assault. Uh, Top three fears: is the cancer going to kill me? Well, cancer never kills anybody. Okay, what kills people is that they have some kind of growth that grows to be too big for them to be able to either consume food successfully or to poop food out. Um, Short of that, people don't die from cancer. They die from the assault that happens trying to deal with the cancer. Cancer is something we all have had in our lives. We'll all continue to have in our lives. It's been around since the beginning, but your immune system is designed to get rid of the overabundance of it. So a cancer is a cell that didn't quite form properly, or in its lifetime it failed to perform properly and started to be not doing its job right. So that's basically what the definition of a cancer is. But if your immune system is bad, then it can bunch together and get into a tumor. Okay, so I would highly recommend that you do the releasing exercises and change your languaging. Okay. Um, Finding a companion is an interesting question. Work on yourself uh, and learn how to communicate better so that you can make sure that the person that you are spending time with knows what will work for you well and inquire about what will work for them well. Okay, and yeah, it's a lifetime job. Um, and when you communicate, one of the things that I've taught lots of people is to ask for help. So if you're feeling that you're not doing a very good job um, in communication, ask for help. So the way that you do that is basically um, to ask the person that you're communicating with to give you a sign. Typically, the sign is to hold up their hand in a stop manner. If you are communicating to them in a way that is offensive to them or hurting you, okay? So once you do that and get them enrolled in doing that with you, after a couple of weeks and they're not raising their hand very often anymore, then you can suggest that you would be willing to help them the same way as they've helped you, and that will get them to communicate with you in a better way. Okay, so you can always go to college now if you want. It's not a problem. They let people in colleges at any age. Can't do anything about your getting married young. We Lots of people got married young, way too young. Um, Moving forward, just make your food good for you. All your choices every day. Okay. Um, Nothing wrong with CoQ10, K2, biotin, odorol, iodoral, um, dandelion. Not a problem. I wouldn't ever take aspirin under any circumstances, but that's your choice. So, plant enzymes generally don't do much. The pancreatin is much more likely to help you. Um, Liposomal vitamin C is fine to take if you find you're doing a good job with that. Um, B17, fine. Better gluten, that is not the right word, but I understand what you're saying. Um, okay. The over-the-counter stuff is stops your digestion from working. Hope you're not taking that anymore because that's counteractive. Have you had that? People usually take that because they're having stomach problems, so um, not a good thing. Uh, Distilled water is ideal. I've been having only distilled water since the 80s. Um, and definitely removing the dairy from your diet is good. I'm glad. Liver flushes are fine to do. Occasionally, you will get different colors of stones out if you're doing a typical liver flush. If you feel it's too hard on your body, you can take the product that we have, Liverite, on an ongoing basis instead. Um, it does seem to do the same thing, but easier on people. Uh, okay, if you still have root canals, I can't quite tell from that, but if you have a root canal, that means that there's basically a poison pocket in your body, and after a couple 3 months of doing the enzymes and you feel up to it, you may want to have those teeth removed. Make sure that they're removed properly with cavitation prevention, which means they scrape the socket. Okay, if you had, it looks like you had one tooth removed, and when you have the availability of doing it, you may want to get a cone beam x-ray to see if there's a pocket in there from when they removed the tooth and didn't do it correctly, which is the most common thing. Yeah, that means that on the amalgams, that means that you're having poison going into your liver, into your body all the time. You definitely need to be doing the coffee enemas, and when you can afford it, go ahead and have the amalgams replaced with a non-metal poison filled material. Okay. Yeah, I generally recommend organic coffee. Okay. Well, I hope I answered most of your questions. If you have more, send them to me and I'll try and answer them for you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.